Hi students, very good morning, one and all. How are you? I think all are fine in your house. Okay, I think there's no need of introduction for you. We directly move on our chapters. And here you have the first chapter in politics, that is, what is democracy? Why is democracy? The democracy that is, I think, the democracy that is familiar to you. You know what is democracy. Anyway, democracy means it's a rule of the people. In democracy, people has the final voice. They select their representatives and the representative rule the entire country. Actually, people has the final voice. The complete power is vested on the hands of people. That is democracy. We know that in the last 4 or 3 months before we have a general elections in our country. Our government, it was formed few days before. Likewise, one of the best example of entire world, one of the best example of the country, India is one of the best example for democracy. What are the features of democracy? The best example, say, India is one of the best example for democratic form of government. Next, we move on. What are the features of democracy? And the definition itself, we can say that the first feature of democracy is democracy is the rule of the people. That is, in democratic form of government, people elected their representatives. The first feature of democracy, that is, people elected their representatives. In your textbook, there is an incident. It's a few years back, and it was the story of the country Pakistan. Did you hear the person General Parvez Musharraf? And the Pakistan was ruled by General Parvez Musharraf. General Parvez Musharraf was a military officer. He led a military coup in Pakistan. He overthrown the government of Pakistan, democratic form of government of Pakistan. He was overthrown in the year 1990. And he himself declared as the leader of military coup, and as well as he became the leader of Pakistan. After few years, he himself declared as he became the president of the entire country. All the power is vested in the hands of the president. And he, from there onwards, he issued a legal framework. According to that legal framework, different laws are there. Under this law, he amended the constitution of Pakistan. And he also made a referendum through the malpractices. And due to his malpractices and his bad administration, the General Assembly or provincial elections, some of the members are there, elected members are there, but they don't have voice at all. In Pakistan, General Parvez Musharraf formed a Security Council and conducted elections, and majority of the members from military coup. That means military officers dominated the entire provincial council. And elected representatives was also there, but this elected representative has only some powers, and the rest of the power or complete power was vested in the hands of Parvez Musharraf. He became the president of the entire country. And here, can we say it is a democratic form of government? Yes or no? No, because here complete power, it was vested in the hands of General Parvez Musharraf. He was the final authority of the country. So we can never say that Pakistan, during that time, it was not a elected or it was not a democratic form of government. So the first feature of democracy, That is, democracy means elected representative. First feature, elected representatives means people select or people elect their representatives and the representative has the power. This is the first feature of democracy. I think it's clear to you. General Pervez Musharraf, he was the military leader of Pakistan. He became, through the malpractices, he became the president of the country and then he was the ruler of that country during that time. And this type of country, we can never say that it is a democratic form of government. Okay, the first feature, democracy means people elect their representatives. The first feature, people elect their representatives and major decisions are taken by the elected representatives. So, first point we can summarize like this. The major decisions are taken by elected representatives. And second feature of democracy, that is free and fair electoral competition. What is free and fair electoral competition? Here you have the best example for the country, China. In every 5 years, China conducting elections conducting elections, and through the elections they will form the parliament, and the parliament of the China, it is known as National People Congress. And this National People's Congress, some of the members are elected from army, and some of the members or majority members are from the Communist Party of China. That means those person who want to stand in election, they should be belonging to Communist Party. If it is only his member of the Communist Party, he can contest election. No other party or no other party member cannot stand in elections. Only the member of Communist Party, those person has the right to contest elections in China. So, to revise our second point, that is free and fair electoral competition. In China, we cannot say there is a free and fair election. This means only one party, that is only one single party, that is a Communist Party, has the only right to contest election. We can easily say that in our India, we know that different parties are existing in our country and different parties are contesting elections. There is no restrictions or. So, second feature of democratic form of government, that's a free and fair electoral competition.